This is the Volkswagen Up, and it really is the munchkin of the VW range, and it's the cheapest way to get a VW badge on the front of your car because it starts from just over £9,000. Now if you click it there, you can go to carwow.co.uk, build your ideal car, and then you'll get 5 great offers back from top dealers within 24 hours so you can compare prices. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm starting at the back of this small car. Well, it's 2 reasons. One is because this is actually quite practical. The second reason is to explain my silly little high-pitched voice. It's because, yes, we're making a reference to the fact that this car is called the Up, and yeah, the film Up had some balloons in it. And anyway, so the boot. If you look at the size that you've got there, it's not big, but for this size of car, it's actually pretty blooming good. There is a big lip there to lift stuff over, but you can get this adjustable boot floor. There we go, look at that. So it raises it up so it's easy to load things in and out. Of course, when you fold the seats down then, you do get a fairly flat load floor. And once again, it's not bad for this size of car. So you can get the Up as a 3-door, or if you spend an extra 400 quid, you can get it as a 5-door. So it's easier to get into the back. And getting into the back isn't too bad because, I'll just get these out of your way. The doors open fairly wide, but what is it like in such a small car here in the rear? If I sit up straight, you can see I've just about got enough headroom. Knee room is pretty tight, but that's to be expected because it's a short car. One problem that kids might have is that these seats, because the headrest is integrated into the back of the seat, it means that you're having to peer around to see where you're going. And if you're a kid in the back, that could make you feel a little bit car sick having to do that. If you want to carry 3 in the back, yeah, you can't because this is a 2-seater in the rear only. Suzuki Solero will carry 3 in the back. In fact, the Suzuki Solero is slightly bigger in the back and in its boot overall, actually. Now, if you click it there, you can see just how practical this Up is by watching my detailed video on it, see how much I could fit into the car's boot, what it's like with 2 adults, obviously not 3, here in the back, and just how easy it is to fit a child seat. Now, let's move on to the front of the car. One of the things that's quite impressive about this little Up is that while it is without doubt built down to a price, you know, you've got exposed metal here, all the plastics are hard and brittle, it looks good and it feels pretty sturdy as well. Now, in terms of practicality, it's not bad either. Look, huge door bins, can fit a big bottle. You got some more cup holder space here. There's a little cup holder in the back, though obviously the people in the rear have to share that. And the glove box is a decent size. If you're buying this car though, do not get the entry-level model. Yes, it's reasonably cheap, but you don't get air conditioning, and I would not recommend anyone buying a car without air conditioning these days. Also, you don't get a normal infotainment system. You have to use your mobile phone. Now, the system's actually quite easy. You have to pay for it. It's 200 quid on the entry-level car, 100 quid on the next level up, and then you can integrate the car with an app. And so you can have things like your media through it. You can look at like data for the car, such as MPG. You can look at the rev counter. You've obviously got sat nav. You can control it on the touchscreen of your phone or these buttons here. It's all integrated and it's quite a nice solution, really. Obviously, you take your phone with you when you leave the car. Now, if you want some more information on that, click it there to watch my detailed infotainment video review on the Volkswagen Up.
Now then, let's hit the road and see what this little car is like to drive.
This little Up may well be Volkswagen's cheapest car, but it doesn't feel in any way, shape or form cheap to drive. Now in town, it's absolutely blooming brilliant, as you'd imagine. The best bit is the suspension. It doesn't really feel any worse than on the Polo. It deals nicely with bumps, which is it's really good in a budget car such as this. Also, the controls have that familiar VW solid feel to them. The gear shift is nice. The clutch is just right. It's all dead easy, and it's nice to sit in and see out of. The boxy shape makes it dead simple to manoeuvre. The only problem really is this. That's a huge blind spot. Look at that. You could hide a city behind there. Yeah, now you can see for yourself by clicking up there to join me for a 360-degree passenger ride video. This little Up actually does all right through the corners. It's probably the best handling of all these small little city cars. But don't get too carried away, otherwise it'll soon start to lose grip. It doesn't handle as well as a car from a slightly bigger class above. That banging sound, all will be revealed what that is a little bit later in this video. Like I was saying, it doesn't quite handle as well as slightly larger cars from the class above, such as the Ford Fiesta. But you can't really hold that against it now, can you? Get out on the motorway, and the Up does all right. This particular one does a lot better than you'd imagine, and the reason is that while you can get it with some lesser powered 1-litre engines, this one has a turbocharger on it, And then it is actually quite punchy. It feels nippy. It's not only good in town, but you can be on the motorway, drop it down into fourth, and you can overtake people. You can genuinely overtake with ease in this small car. It's a really punchy engine. It is a little bit rough sounding when you start to rev it because it's only got 3 cylinders, and therefore it sounds a little bit like you've got a hole in your exhaust. But yeah, you can't fault the performance. As for the economy, well, apparently this engine should do 60 miles per gallon. The trick computer says 42 miles per gallon, which really isn't all that good now, is it? Not for a small car like this.
Right then, it's time for the CarWow 5 annoying things about the Volkswagen Up.
There's nowhere to secure the toolkit, so it ends up sliding around the boot, and you probably can't see this, but it's dented all this interior metal here. You can only move the steering wheel up and down, not in and out, so it's a little bit harder to get your ideal driving position. The ledge for the adjustable boot floor means that you can't fit the parcel shelf in there very easily. Not very well thought out, Volkswagen, eh? Even the 5-door version of the Up has horrible pop-out windows. That means your kids will be gasping for oxygen like a fish in an overcrowded goldfish bowl. You can't get stop-start with a 1-litre turbo engine, so if you're in slow-moving traffic, you end up having to do it yourself. And that's just a little bit, well, as you can see, painful.
Thankfully, there's plenty of good features about the Volkswagen Up which help make up for all this. Pardon the pun. Here's 5.
You can get the car with Beats audio, and that includes a 300-watt stereo. It's perfect if you enjoy your tunes. The Up may be small, but it's got the big horn. I'm talking about this. God, you've got a filthy mind. The little Up is available with big car safety systems such as auto emergency braking and hill hold control. When's it going to release? Ah! The seat recliner is on a lever rather than a wheel, and that means you can recline really quickly. Just like that. You can get the car with mood lighting, and it shines from under here on the dash, but you can't really see it during the day, so I'm illustrating it with this. This is clearly bad mood lighting. Oh, ha, 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 ha. If you click up there, you can go to carwow.co.uk for more information and to compare offers on the Volkswagen Up and any car for that matter. So then, what's my verdict on it? Should you avoid it? Should you consider it? Should you shortlist it? Or should you just go right ahead and buy it? Well, I reckon you should just go right ahead and buy the Volkswagen Up. If you want a small car, a very small car, that is the best you can buy. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and share it, and click on our logo to subscribe to our channel. Also, click on the video windows for more CarWow videos.